go down to the
We travel down Main Street to Dave's Clip Joint, and sure enough, we find Dave busy keeping up with demand. Of course, the first thing he mentions is that Richard's looking a little rough around the edges.
If you're looking for an old-fashioned barber shop with old-fashioned prices and an old-fashioned barber, then come here to Dave's Clip Joint. Haircuts are still only $9, and if you're a senior, for example, I got my haircut for only $8. Of course, it took them only, what, 30 seconds? 30 seconds. And the extra bonus when you come here, you'll get something sweet, cookies, or for example, these cupcakes today. They were, what kind of cupcakes again? Carrot cupcakes, and they're baked by Dave himself. Yep. And if you're a police officer or a member of the military, you'll get your haircut for free. Well, don't laugh. No, you blew it.
24 years.
Yep. He hasn't learned yet.
I hurt my back driving truck. I drove a tractor trailer for a living, and I hurt my back, and I decided to become a barber. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. So I decided to be a barber. Just popped into my head.
License away.
Yeah. That's what it was.
So, what's the trick to it?
To cutting hair?
Yeah.
The gab. You got to talk. You got to be able to talk. You know. You got to be like Dick Enders. You got to be able to talk. You know.
I hear that you sing.
Yes. Yeah. Sing the national anthem all over, and I make CDs, and I do a little bit of everything.
No, you raise money with this?
Yeah, for Operation Sunshine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give us a bar?
Can I give you a bar?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's got to be something.
Let's see.
Can you sing and cut?
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Boom.
Boom. I forgot the word.
Why don't you go
He's
for
got you and me, brother.
Yeah.
why don't you go for Idol?
Yeah.
All of the money from Dave's CDs goes to Operation Sunshine. On Sunday, February 28th, he hosts his annual clam bake at Roselawn Banquet Center at 446 Main Street, with all proceeds going to Operation Sunshine. The next Main Street we visit, few people realize is Main Street. It's Main Street, Utica. This was once the bustling center of the city, with horse and buggies and trolleys crisscrossing Baggs Square. And this is where the train brought visitors from around the country to Utica.
Down through the years, we have visited Union Station on the show many, many times. Well, we're featuring Main Street this week, and the hub of Main Street is Union Station, so we're here again. This is home base for the Adirondack Scenic Railroad that can take you from Utica to the Adirondacks. It is also home to Amtrak that can take you almost anywhere. From here you can go to Boston or to San Francisco or to my favorite destination, which is Penn Station, New York City.
Before the railroad came to Utica, Utica was known as Fort Schuyler. And in the late 1800s, Main Street was the road that ran along the Mohawk River.
This street off to the side of it was where the shops and, well, Moses Baggs' blacksmith shop and his tavern and some of the early homes were and so forth. So it was the main street in the early days, but somehow got eclipsed by Genesee Street as years went by. The railroad came in 1836. The Utica and Schenectady Railroad was the first. In 1839, then there was opened the Syracuse and Utica. And then on through the 1840s, there were railroads built on across from Syracuse to Auburn, Auburn to Rochester, Rochester to Buffalo. And then in 1853, those railroads, plus the Mohawk and Hudson, of course, between Schenectady and Albany, were merged end to end to form the original New York Central Railroad across the center of New York, hence the name. The National Railway Historical Society's Utica and Mohawk Valley chapter has rooms here in the station where we have our chapter archives of books and photographs and engineering drawings. Even when we're not having meetings, of course, a lot of our members are down here because we maintain the steam locomotive here at the station. We're also responsible for the railroad equipment at the Children's Museum, that's ours. Many of our members, in addition, volunteer on the Adirondack Scenic Railroad. And then folks just come down on their own just to watch the trains go by. It's a very popular activity.
Next door to Union Station is the historic 311 Main Street, built as a dry goods company in 1893. Today it is home to the Children's Museum of History and Science, welcoming children of all ages.
Down the hill, down into the Mohawk Valley. Train pulled into Union Station. One passenger was I who chose to...
Well known to the children of the Mohawk Valley is the Children's Museum. And whether you are a child or a child at heart, this is the place to come. They have thousands of exhibits. Even for myself, it takes me back quite a few years. For example, on the first floor, they have the old Main Street stoplight. Now, I can remember that from my childhood. Then on the second floor, there's a longhouse, an incredible dinorama, and something I had fun with. It sort of reminded me of John Travolta. Was it Saturday Night Fever, that movie? There's an LED play dance floor that you can have a ball with. Third floor, there's a live radio station. And then on the fourth floor, you go into space. There's all kinds of interactive space things up there. It was actually adopted by NASA, this very exhibit. And then there's a display of Hot Wheels. My son was a great collector of Hot Wheels. Here they have, I believe, hundreds or more, thousands of Hot Wheels going way back to when they were popular. It's worth spending a good part of a day down here at the Children's Museum.
There was music in the valley. There was music in
The Children's Museum of History and Science is open Monday, Thursday, and Saturday from 9:30 to 2:30. To learn more about its history and exhibits, visit museumforkids.net.
what we can see.